Have you ever felt an overwhelming darkness? A period where everything seems to lose its meaning and your dreams feel out of reach? These are what many refer to as the dark nights of the soul. But what if I told you that by healing these profound moments, you could unlock the path to realizing your childhood dreams? Today we confront the shadows lurking inside of us. We delve into the 5 darkest nights of the soul, those periods of profound suffering that can feel like a chasm between our dreams and reality. Many experience these periods. They are not uncommon, but understanding their nature can be the key to unlocking a brighter future and reigniting the passions and dreams you once held as an ambitious, starry-eyed child full of wonder and joy for your future. These 5 nights represent distinct challenges. Challenges such as the loss of innocence, an identity crisis, an oftentimes unplanned confrontation with death, sudden betrayal, and agonizing failure. Keep watching, as we will share the tried and true methods for climbing out of the dark hole in your heart and shining brighter than the stars. Although these are simple steps, they will be far from easy. Feeling the sun shine on your skin will never feel sweeter after you conquer the test of these 5 dark nights of the soul. 1. The night of identity crisis. The first dark night of the soul we must face is the night of the identity crisis. This is a time when we begin to question everything we thought we knew about ourselves. It's a spiritual unraveling, and it can feel like you're falling apart. This is the moment when you question who you truly are. The roles you've played, the masks you've worn, they all come into question. Maybe you've built your life around being the perfect parent, or the overachieving student, or the loyal partner, or the successful entrepreneur. And then something shifts. The kids leave home, the relationship ends, the job no longer satisfies you. You're left wondering, who am I if I'm not that? Taking from what Carl Jung said about his shadow theory, healing begins with embracing your shadow, by allowing yourself to sit with the discomfort of not knowing who you are. A popular saying from Zen teacher Shunryu S. Roshi is, "In the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities, but in the expert's mind, there are few." The key message here being to approach learning with freshness, curiosity, and openness, rather than being constrained by preconceived notions or expertise. After you start to look within and accept your shadow and integrate both dark and light aspects of your soul into the real you, now the next step is time to journal and reflect. Open a notebook or a note on your phone or computer and just write freely without censoring yourself or correcting spelling mistakes. Don't try to define yourself. Instead, explore your feelings. When and where do they come from? What were your dreams before you felt the dark night of the soul take over you? Ask yourself, what parts of myself have I been hiding? Have I let fear keep me away from myself? Over time, new thought patterns will emerge that will point you toward your authentic self. Seeking therapeutic support is something that many are hesitant to do because they feel that society will judge them. But if you notice you need the help of a trained professional, please don't feel ashamed to seek help. A therapist trained in Jungian or existential psychology can help you navigate this sense of drifting in a vast ocean all alone, slowly losing your senses of self, reality, and stability. Rather than fixing you, a good therapist becomes a mirror, reflecting your deepest truths and helping you integrate the fragmented parts of your psyche. When the identity crisis hits your soul, one of the most important tools we can all utilize is meditation. When you meditate, you learn to observe your thoughts and feelings without attaching to them. Over time, you begin to realize you are not your thoughts, your roles, or even your story. You are the awareness behind it all. Sometimes the truest parts of ourselves were expressed when we were children, before we learned to hide or repress them. What did you love to do as a child? What made you feel alive? Reconnecting with those joys can lead you back to your core identity. The identity crisis is not a breaking down of your soul. It is breaking through the darkness and reaching for and gathering the pieces of light that return you into wholeness. 2. The night of loss and grief. The second dark night of the soul is the night of loss and grief. This is a time when our hearts feel shattered, our world tilted on its axis. Whether it's the death of a loved one, the end of a relationship, a health crisis, or even the loss of a dream, it all hits the same emotional center. Allow yourself to grieve. Make peace with the pain, but also seek emotional support. Remember, healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means finding a way to cherish memories while moving forward. If these insights resonate with you, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more content on personal growth, and share your experiences in the comments below. Now let's get back into the video. Grief isn't always tied to death. Sometimes it's the loss of something intangible like a missed opportunity, the realization that a lifelong goal may never come true, or the pain of watching time move on without someone you love. In psychology, grief is recognized as a multifaceted response to loss, typically involving emotional, cognitive, physical, behavioral, and spiritual dimensions. Elizabeth K. Ross famously identified 5 stages of grief following her extensive work with terminally ill patients. These stages are denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. However, Elizabeth Ross and her colleague David Kessler cautioned that these stages are not a linear map of emotions. Emotions are unpredictable and come in waves, and this dark night of our soul is deeply personal to each individual. So, how can we begin to heal during this dark night? Allow yourself time to grieve. Give yourself permission to feel it all. Cry, scream, sit in silence. Whatever your body and heart needs. Pushing grief away doesn't make it disappear, it buries it deeper. As Carl Jung said, what you resist not only persists but will grow in size. Create feel-good rituals. Rituals provide structure and meaning. Light a candle in remembrance to what you have lost, and also as a reminder that it might not be lost forever. Write a letter to what you feel you've lost. Some would call this manifesting your desired reality. Or visit a meaningful place from a cherished memory. These acts can give your sorrow a voice and offer a sense of closure. A common mistake we make too often is retreating within ourselves, hoping that isolation and forgetfulness will help us heal the wounds by pushing them deeper away. While it's tempting to retreat inward, isolation can amplify pain. Reach out to friends, a grief counselor, or a spiritual community. Sharing your story doesn't weaken it. It makes you feel heard and respected by your peers. 3. The night of betrayal. The third dark night of the soul is the night of betrayal. This is the kind of pain that doesn't just break your heart, it shakes your entire sense of reality. When someone you trusted turns against you or lets you down in a profound way, your soul becomes filled with anger and confusion. It can feel like your whole world is collapsing from underneath you. Betrayal can come in many forms. Maybe a spouse was unfaithful. Maybe a close friend spread your secrets. Or maybe a family member manipulated or abandoned you. Or perhaps an organization, religious group, or employer you believed in revealed their true, harmful nature. So how do you begin to heal from betrayal? Well, the first thing you shouldn't do is downplay it. Betrayal cuts deep. And healing starts with admitting the wound. Say it aloud or write it down. I feel betrayed. I trusted them, and they broke that trust. Your pain deserves recognition. It's normal to feel rage, sadness, or shame after a betrayal. Allow yourself to feel it, but don't let it consume you. Journaling your feelings and thoughts, or expressive movements such as exercise or dance, or talking with a trusted friend or therapist. All of these can help you safely express these emotions. After a betrayal, it is very important we establish boundaries. Part of healing comes from redefining the terms of your relationship. Boundaries are not punishments towards yourself or towards them. Boundaries are a way of protecting your healing process. Many people wait for an apology that never comes. Sometimes healing means accepting that you may never fully understand why someone hurt you. Offering forgiveness, not to them, but to yourself, so that you can allow yourself to heal, can be a powerful healing method. In meditation, the practice known as Ho'oponopono is a Hawaiian practice with the outcome of bringing harmony with the people in your life, with yourself, and with the world around yourself. The practice is rooted in the understanding that harmony and balance are essential for your well-being. It's all about healing and clearing the mind of negative thoughts and feelings, understanding that your experiences and problems reflect your inner mental state. By addressing and resolving these inner conflicts, you can positively influence your external world. 4. The Night of Failure. The fourth dark night of the soul is the night of failure. This one stings deeply. Failing at something you poured your heart into can be devastating. It can make you feel like you are the failure. Failure comes in many forms. It can show up as the business that never took off, or the marriage that ended, despite your best efforts, or the exam you studied endlessly for and still didn't pass, or even the daily feeling that you're not living up to your own potential. Our modern-day society can provoke the feeling of failure fairly quickly, especially in teens and young adults. It can cause not just disappointment, but shame, isolation, and a deep questioning of our self-worth. Psychologist Dr. Brené Brown describes shame as the intensely painful feeling that we are unworthy of love and belonging. The dark night of failure can become a breeding ground for shame if we let it define us, rather than refine us. We can heal from feelings of failure by separating what has happened from your sense of who you truly are. You must know that you are not the failure. An event that happened made you feel failure is. This is crucial to believe that you are not a failure. According to cognitive behavioral therapy, reframing failure as an event instead of a reflection of your character is essential to healing. Sometimes failure is a redirection. Maybe that dream didn't work out, not because you're unworthy, but because life is inviting you to refine your purpose. Ask yourself, what was I really chasing? Was it success or was it freedom, joy, connection? The vision may still be alive even if the route changes. We can heal by using pain as fuel for our resilience. Let me explain. Resilience isn't built in moments of ease. It is built in the aftermath of falling down and choosing to rise, again and again and again. Every great artist, leader, or healer has walked through the fires of failure. What made them different? They kept going. And so should you. Don't let failure keep you bogged down in despair. Break free from the shackles of failure and rise to new heights. As long as you are still breathing, it's not too late to try again. 5. The Night of Existential Despair. The fifth and final dark night of the soul is the night of existential despair. This is not just a moment of sadness, it's a collapse of meaning itself. It's when you look around and ask, what's the point of any of this? Why am I even here? This is the profound questioning of life's purpose. It's a night where everything feels meaningless. Existential despair can arise suddenly, or build quietly over time. Maybe you've achieved your goals but still feel hollow. Maybe you've lost your faith, your purpose, or your belief that life has order. Or perhaps the world feels too broken, too chaotic, too cruel, and it's hard to believe your life has any lasting significance. In psychology, this condition is sometimes referred to as existential depression, a type of deep sadness and confusion rooted not in personal loss, but in the realization of life's vast uncertainties. It's common among people who are highly introspective, spiritual, or intellectually curious. Combating feelings of existential despair is difficult. First, know this: feeling lost about the next steps in your life, or feeling like your changing worldviews have driven a fork between your relationships can in fact be positive signs. signs that something deeper within you is awakening. Don't numb it. Don't distract it. Sit with it. In the stillness, meaning often begins to whisper to you. Instead of asking, "What is the meaning of life?" try asking, "What brings meaning to my life right now?" According to Viktor Frankl, psychiatrist and World War II survivor, meaning is not something we find, it is something we create moment by moment through love, work, and courage in the face of suffering. Existential despair often stems from the illusion of separateness. When we feel cut off from others, from nature, from spirit, we suffer. Healing begins with reconnection. Walk in nature. Sit beneath the stars. Join a local community. Use the feeling of connectedness and community to heal and give you new meaning to life. The ending of our dark nights of the soul. Each dark night of the soul is a passage through a dark and difficult part of your life, but it is also one of the most transformational and healing steps in your spiritual journey. Because when you battle with these dark nights and come out the other end victorious, you no longer feel as though you're living by someone else's script. You are now living from your own truth, from your true soul essence. If you found value in this video, please consider liking this video and subscribing to help out our channel. We would love to read your comments below, so tell us, what are your thoughts? Did you experience the dark nights of the soul? Let's build a community where we support each other's journeys, and we'll see you in the next one.